All right, all right, all right. What's up, good people? We're about to make it happen here in just a moment. Get her cracking. In just a moment, folks, we're going to get it cracking. What's up, what's up, what's up? Wait a few moments to give you guys a little bit of time to get up in here, man. See a couple of you people are in here already. So I'll give y'all a quick sec, man. And then we're going to jump right into this thing. What's good, what's good? Been gone for a minute, man. Now I'm back on it. Back in the building. All right, so we got a few people off in here now, man. So let's go ahead and make it happen here. So I'd like to welcome everybody, man, to the stream. Thoroughly welcome you guys here, man. Thoroughly enjoy you guys coming through. What's up, Jens? How you been feeling, big dog? Feeling good, man. You know, we got them Steelers in the playoffs, baby. Facing the Jags, man. See if they can get their revenge. I think I'm going to actually go to the game, man. I think I've made my decision. So I'm going to be looking for tickets. I need to hit my father-in-law and make sure he wants to go before I cop that ticket. But I think I'm going to go, guys. So what we're going to do here tonight, man, as you can see, it's the off season of my online franchise. Well, my offline franchise, excuse me. My online franchise. I'm still playing that, the SSR League with 32 men deep. You guys may or may not see those games. Y'all know how I feel, man. The user games haven't necessarily been my thing lately. You know, we know everybody knows the issue with the game. Everybody knows what to expose, and it's just not as fun. But I like the camaraderie in the league. So I may stream those games. I actually have another channel that I'm using to stream those games because we stream the games just so we can, you know, moderate the gameplay, make sure everybody's doing what they're supposed to, etc., etc. But often when I'm playing those games, I'm not always in my space as far as where I stream and being able to interact with you guys. And I just don't want to run that on my channel, you know, because obviously you guys are here for me to interact. You're here for the entertainment and such. And if I'm in an environment where there's a lot of noise or I just can't have the normal setup, I'd rather not. So that's why you guys haven't seen them. But we'll see how it goes, man. We're in season 2 over there. I'm getting my butt kicked so far. I think I'm, 1-4 or something like that. You know, great players in that league. And I still enjoy it. You know, I still enjoy it. But, yeah, just want to give you guys an update on that. So, as far as this offline, man, what we're going to tackle tonight, off-season, the draft, and preseason. Maybe take a look at maybe a preseason game if we can get through it. But I want to show you guys what we currently have as far as the roster and how it's constructed. And, yeah, let's get into it, man. And I don't know how long I would be on. It's currently 10:18 Eastern time. I'll probably stay on till no later than 12. At 12, you know, that's when my wife is done her secondary thing, what she does in the evenings down in the man cave. And then, you know, at that point, of course, I'm going to be done. All right, so let's go ahead and see what we got, man. So here we are off season. Let me show you guys where we finished up. We were 13-3, man, and take a look at the schedule here, show you guys who won the Super Bowl. We'll look at some league stats and things like that. You guys may have seen my pre-recorded video where I lost to the Patriots in the postseason. Here it is, guys. Let's go to the postseason here. Oops. For you guys who didn't see it. Here we go. Lost to the Patriots, man. It was 21-28. It was a great game. Lost to them. Here are the stats. Offensive yardage there, 351 yards for the New England Patriots. You know, we had 296. Offensive rush yards, we had 78. Pass yards, they got the edge there. First downs, we were exactly tied. We got the edge in punt returns, yards, and kick return yards. Total yards gained. The New England Patriots got the edge there. And we turned over the ball, man. You cannot turn the ball over, guys, just like in the real world. And that's how everything shaked out. Time of possession, we actually had the edge there. Now, if we take a look at the league itself, I'll show you guys who won the Super Bowl. And we'll do it like that. And then, we'll jump into some of this off-season stuff here. So let me switch this up real quick. Oops. Scroll down. And here it is. The Super Bowl was the Rams and the Patriots. Obviously, we know that's not going to happen this year. 31-34, very good game. Look again, New England Patriots edges them out in total yards gained. They had the most rush yards. They had the most pass yards. First downs, 25 first downs for New England. That's pretty crazy, right? And like so, they both had a turnover. The Rams had the edge in third down conversions. New England had the edge in fourth down conversions, what they actually do in real life. And there you have it. Look at the time of possession, 35 minutes to 24 minutes. So there you have it. All right, so let's go ahead and jump into what we're going to jump in. Let me look at some of you guys' comments here. What's up, Antonio? Oh, Still Gunplay says the rest in peace to the Jukes. Yeah, man, it's that battle that the devs deal with. That was one of those things people complained about as far as being overpowered and things like that. So they attempted to tone it down. I haven't actually played it since then. So maybe if I get to the preseason game tonight, we'll get a chance to see it. So let's take a look at the team, man. Let's go to the depth chart, and I'll show you guys what we're working with here. And we'll take a look at the areas of concern as we go into the offseason. So obviously you got Ben Roethlisberger there. He's aging a bit. So he's now down to 87 overall. He still has some good things here as far as throwing power, short accuracy. His middle accuracy has been compromised a little bit, as well as his deep accuracy. All right, so y'all know the usual suspects here, man. Running back, we got Le'Veon Bell, James Conner. And you got Terrell Watson there, Fitzgerald Toussaint. Fullbacks, y'all already know what it is. You Steelers fans know who the lineup, who's in the lineup. As you would expect to hear, Juju Smith-Schuster, Haywood Bay, and we actually kept Marcus Tucker on the roster. He's a 6th wide receiver. Tight ends, y'all already know the drill there. No need of going through the line. Defense, y'all already know what it is there. Just show it to you quickly. And because there's some guys that we lost. All right, and here's a couple guys here that, they filled the roster out for me, I believe. And middle linebacker, oh God, are we going to miss Ryan Shazier in the real world? So y'all know the routine, man. So let me get through this real quick, and then I'll show you guys some season stats. Free safety, which we'll actually be looking to replace. Look at this, man, 74 overall. Man coverage 65, which, you don't expect the free safety to be good at man coverage, but its zone is horrible. So we're going to have to definitely address that area. You look at Sean Davis, same issues, man. 69. So we're definitely going to have to address those areas if we can. All right, so let's bounce out of there and look at some stats. Yeah, I got a MUT team, man. My MUT team is like a 77 overall. I play it from time to time, but I don't spend any money or anything. I just grind it out. And I haven't spent a lot of time with it. If Big Ben retired, where you doing? Where you going, Dobbs or Jones? The draft. I mean, obviously, Dobbs is probably, a couple years away, perhaps, but we'll see. Landry Jones, they did sign him to a 2-year, so you would imagine if Ben Roethlisberger retires, that Landry Jones would probably be the guy that would have the nod. But, it would be some rough times in Pittsburgh once Ben Roethlisberger retires. All right, so let's take a look at this, man. So as you can see, these guys, none of these guys got any playing time. Roethlisberger actually was able to play the whole season, which is surprising. In Madden, he usually gets banged up. 4,033 yards, 64% completions, sacked 23 times, played 16 games, and there you have it. 25 touchdowns, 19 interceptions. Eerily close to where he is in the real world. Rushing attempts. Le'Veon Bell breaks the 1,000-yard mark, 4.2 on the year. James Conner actually averaged 4 yards a carry as well, so that's pretty good. And Martavis Bryant, when he did run the ball, averaged 7.3. And let's see, fumbled. Le'Veon Bell fumbled twice, which is definitely not something you want to see. Long of 80. Yards after the contact is 110. So he had a pretty good outing, man. 10 touchdowns. Receiving, y'all already know. Antonio Brown, 1,536. And he caught 83 balls. And then the next in line, look at this. Le'Veon Bell caught as many balls as Martavis Bryant. So I've been utilizing them, kind of the way you would expect it. And Juju gets 35 yards for 619. Martavis at 985. So we almost had 2,000-yard receivers. So you can't complain there. Touchdowns, I pretty much spread the wealth there. All right, blocking, they're going to get Ramon Foster with, the highest stats here. Downs played, he played almost the most. Shared that pretty much with Villanueva. So I don't really know how the statistics are kept in this category. I definitely want to see this area grow. You guys know that. This CFM is, and franchise in general, is my hub. That's my baby. You guys are going to start seeing some more of NBA 2K as well. That's my franchise of choice with my league. So I'm back on the streaming, guys. We'll try to figure out what the schedule is going to be. Let's just say, let's get through football season. We're almost done. I think I'm going to incorporate Sunday. So I'm thinking maybe Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, or maybe just Monday and Tuesday, and probably pull back from Wednesday. Because Wednesday, is some things I do sometimes later in the evening that, could sometimes interfere with my stream time. And what I want to start doing is maybe starting it a little earlier. If I could start around 8 o'clock or so, would be great. All right, let's take a look at who improved here on defense. Obviously, Ryan Shazier. Look at all the tackles, man. 84 solo tackles. Ridiculous, man. 118 total tackles. The next guy is Vince Williams at 70. And, this is kind of a good sign. Well, more than kind of. When your middle linebackers have the majority of the tackles, you're doing something right, okay? And then you got Mike Mitchell, your free safety, and then Sean Davis, et cetera, et cetera. So, these guys had a pretty good defensive outing. Let's take a look at pass deflections. Look at this. Ryan Shazier with 10. Okay, the next guy with the highest total, got William Gay there. He's coming in off of the bench, helping out. Well, look at this. Let's see. Who is this? Joe Hayden with 7 pass deflections. So you got to love that. And then you got 6 from Artie Burns, 6 from Sean Davis. So secondary is playing pretty well, okay? All right, so now let's go ahead and take a look at some of these acquisitions here. Well, first and foremost, no acquisitions. I mean, let's see who we're going to sign and who we're not going to sign. But let's take a look at best offenses in the league. Look at this. The Falcons, the Eagles, the Saints. I don't know about the Jaguars, but then you got the Patriots. You can kind of see that in the real world. Defensively, there they are, Pittsburgh Steelers. Again, like I said, when you're getting that many tackles from your middle linebackers, you're doing something right. So there you are with that. Vikings was next in line. Ravens next in line. Seattle Seahawks, Panthers. So we all know that this game is not where we want it to be in terms of a full-blown simulation, but looking at the top 5, top 6, 7 defenses in the league, I mean, even if we go down through 10, it's believable right there. So just can't wait till, Madden gets to that level, okay? So let's look at turnovers. Patriots with 12. And the Steelers are way down here. Turnover difference 3. Giveaways 13 is not good. Interceptions 19, definitely not good. Fumbles lost, takeaways, etc., etc. And look at the Patriots, man. Again, being very, very careful with the ball, along with the Redskins. So there you have it. All right, man. Let's get into some other stuff here so we can try to mosey on through this draft. All right, so let's try to renegotiate some guys here. Now, here's the funny thing. Look at Mike Hilton. He's not interested. And the only thing I could do is franchise tag him, so we're not going to do that. So we're going to move on from Mike Hilton there. We're not going to franchise tag BJ Finney, nor Eli Rogers. He's not interested, so we're going to let him walk. Justin Hunter, I like that speed. You know, he's currently injured. I got him hurt having him return kicks, but he was doing a fairly good job for me. But I think I don't know. I don't know if I should keep him. His development is slow, so it's going to take a long time for me even to, you know, get his catch and stuff up a little higher. I don't know if it's worth the money. What does he want? Let's see what it would cost us. Yeah, see, we only got 24.7. Nah, we're gonna let him walk. We're gonna let Chris Hubbard walk. More than likely. Let's see. You know, pass block is really not that great. Nor is his run block. And this is the thing too, man, about the game. They don't really, in my opinion, they don't really replicate, you know, what these guys are really doing. I mean, look at how Chris Hubbard is playing right now in the real world. I wouldn't say this man is a 72 overall. Matt Fowler is a guy that I might keep, and let me show you why. Look at his strength. That means something. I might be able to work with him. He's still young. Versus Hubbard, him and Hubbard are very comparable. Man, but look at Hubbard. See, Hubbard's development is quick, but his strength is nowhere near Fowler. And of course, Fowler is a guard, but you know, maybe I could change his position if I needed somebody else to be at right tackle. So let's go ahead and see if we can get Fowler popping here. What I usually do is just bump up their bonus a little bit just for kicks and, you know, and giggles. Let's make the offer and see what he says. All right, so we got the deal done with Fowler. We're going to let Arthur Moats walk. We're going to let Watson walk. I might want to keep Chickalo, but let's take a look at Anthony Chickalo. And again, doesn't really replicate what this kid does in the real world, man. Look at his block shedding and he sucks in the game. So I'm probably going to let him go as well. Grimble's gone. This kid is gone. And look at Roosevelt Nix. Now, Steelers fans, y'all know exactly what Roosevelt Nix means to the Pittsburgh Steelers. Look at this dude, man. Look how they chomp him, man. Look at his pass blocking and run blocking. Are you kidding me? So I can't keep him just because. So we're going to let these guys walk. All right, so there you have it. I'm going to throw Justin Hunter back in free agency. And that's it. Let's go ahead and walk. Let's move. All right, so let's go ahead and advance. Stage 1. We'll go to the next week. And I'm going to put on my specs, guys. Throw my specs on for y'all tonight. Oh, there go my boy Smooth, man. Let's give Smooth a round of applause. We appreciate you, man. Always appreciate you, man. Coming through, hitting us with the donation, man. Shout outs to Smooth. Appreciate that. And shout outs, man, again to Verducci, man, who watched the Terrible Towel. Well, Steelers, I'm mixing up names there. The Terrible Towel Tuesday earlier today. My man donated $10. Like, love. You know, I really appreciate that, man. And it's not about, again, it's not about the money. It's not about the amount. I appreciate anything you guys do. And Smooth comes in here all the time just dropping, here's $2, there's $2. Here, I mean, I'm sure this dude is giving me quite a bit of funds. But it was just, you know, surprising to see somebody, you know, donate that amount at one time. So, man, words can't explain. I really appreciate you guys, man. Let's take a look at some free agents, guys. See what's going on there real quick before we move on and breeze on through this. Now, here's some other stuff that I need for Madden to do for me right here. I want to see on this screen what my needs are, okay? What are my needs right here? From here. You know, I don't want to have to go all the way back out here and then go to the team and then from here, you know, kind of see what the needs are. But you still can't really see them. You see what I'm saying? You know, I could look at my grades here, but we need to be able to see what the team needs are right from the free agent, you know, free agent area. I want to be able to see what areas I really need to focus on. Because, you don't want to get into a situation where, you're getting so blinded by what's happening, as far as, oh, take the best player. You know what I mean? And I might not need that guy. So I don't like that. But as far as areas that I know we need, let's take a look and see if we can get any veterans, perhaps in the free safety or strong safety market. A guy who might be a little bit better than Mike Mitchell. So highest overall we got is a 78, but I don't always look at that, man. I look at the metrics because, like I've told you guys before, what Madden is trying to do a little bit more is, really trying to get it to a point to where a guy can still be effective even if he's not the highest overall. It's based on what he can do. So let's take a look at McDougal and see what he's got going on here. Let's look at his player card. Zone is only 73. Yeah, that's not going to do anything for us. Okay, play rec is 80, but that 83 zone, 73 zone is not going to be enough. All right, so let's see who's the next player in line here. See, his zone is a little bit higher. See, his overall is less, but this guy's zone is a little higher. It actually went down. He was an 80. It was an 80, and now he's a 79. So, maybe going forward, if you were to sign this guy, you might be able to bump him back up, get him to an 85 or to a 91, which is that magical number. Who knows? But it is what it is. So it doesn't look like we're going to get Calvin Pryor. Remember that guy, man? Wow, Calvin Pryor fell off a little bit, man. 63. Let's see where they got Reggie Nelson at with his zone cover. Look at this, 58. Crazy. Yeah, I'm going to get rid of Mike Mitchell, man. I guarantee you Mike Mitchell is going to be gone. So don't look like we got anything going on there in free agency. Let's take a look at strong safeties. See if we can, get some help behind Sean Davis. See, now this is a potential signee right here. 3 years, 10. I don't know if we want to go 10.8, but he's at a 80 zone coverage, which is better than Sean Davis, right? 89 speed, which is not terrible, but you would want to be a little better than that. Sitting at 78 play recognition. You want to bump that up. He's a normal. He's 28 years old, so he's going to start regression soon. So that's a tricky one. Maybe if he's still there, there's not any bids on him, so maybe if he's still there after the draft, you come back and see what you want to get. All right, now let's take a look at fullbacks, man, since we know they basically poo-pooed on our boy Rosie Nix. The best one out there here is Williams, Marquise Williams. And look at the run block. Like, how are these guys, some of the best free agents? He's probably not in the top 100. So let's go back and look at the top 100 list. It's just so much work, man, that Madden just needs to do here. You say you need Mike out in real life. Yes, man. Yes. And, listen, Mike Mitchell has been what he's been for us. It's time for a new. It just is. It's time for a new. Now look at LeGarrette Blount. Look at this. It's somebody we might want to consider. I don't know if we pay that money for him, but like I said, if he's still out there, there's no bids on him right now. Maybe you grab him for a year, but he still can get the job done. His carry is at 89, ball carrier vision 90, 97 truck, 91 stiff arm. And his development is still quick. Let's keep an eye on that. What a tandem that had the potential to be, when he got upset when Le'Veon Bell was getting all the carries. But, I definitely liked that signing when we got him. Let's see. Where, tight ends, linebackers. McKinnon's another little quick guy. That's the kid from Minnesota, right? Yeah, Jerick McKinnon. This is another. See, look at this. 93 speed. This could be somebody I might want to grab if the computer doesn't sign him. Can't pay him $26 million though. You know what I mean? But keep an eye on little stuff like that. Jeremy Hill is another guy you want to pay attention to. So as we're looking at these top free agents, okay, Brent Grimes. Let's see what he got going on here. 1 year, 8.5? No way. No way. So as you can see, man, we're really not getting a lot of love here in the positions of need. So I don't think we're gonna make any attempts to get anybody here. Let's see. We probably could use another interior lineman. We can get somebody on the cheap. Let's take a look at Mingo. This is the guy that never really panned out all the way, but in real life, there's got to be some skill here with this kid, man. 69 block shed. Horrible. 86 speed, though. See, pay attention to that. Right outside linebacker running at 86 speed. 83 tackle. You know, we can't really. Let's take a look at his skills all the way. 87 acceleration. 63 zone. So imagine if we could get this guy's zone coverage up. You know, put him in some situations, bring him in perhaps, you know, maybe to be a pass cover guy, or even maybe in a nickel situation, you know, where I think they're going to pass. Sub him in. Look at his speed. You know, you would be scared of, you know, his coverage skills and things like that based on the ratings, but look at that speed. You know, this is somebody, look, he has 5 bids on him, so obviously the CPU understands what's going on there. Fuller, you know, might not be a bad option as a backup. 80 coverage. He's only 26 years old. Man coverage is not that good, but maybe I move him into the slot, work on his zone. 92 speed, 93 acceleration. Pretty good. However, I'm not paying him $17 million. So again, I pay attention to a lot of the guys who will be left over. All right, so let's go ahead and bounce out of here. What did you guys say? What is the priority position you looking to sign? I'm looking for free safety is probably my primary. Let's go back through the roster again. Let's take a look at that, man, so I can show you guys what we got going on here. We'll just look at it from this standpoint. So you already know what the offense is about. You know, AB, Martavis are going to be my main guys. I'm going to be looking for another receiver as well. Still trying to get Juju up. They got him at a 76 right now. All right, this is what we're working with on offense. Defensively, as far as your starters, you know, this is when we try to start trending down a little bit. You got Dupree, but we're a C+ in that category. C+ at strong safety. C+ at the second middle linebacker, so we could be looking for that as well because Vince Williams is not the best player here in Madden, obviously. You got Ryan Shazier at 88 doing his thing. TJ Watt at 82. We're going to work on him. Look at Mike Mitchell, man. This is where everything gets poo-poo on us. C+ in both free safety and strong safety. We're at a B in the cornerback area. Joe Hayden still getting it done, but I'm going to show you something about Joe Hayden in a minute. You know, they're not giving him any love in terms of his coverage. And also, Artie Burns at 82. All right, we're pretty stout up front for the most part. You know, we still got to get Javon Hargrave, work on and getting him up a little bit. I think what I'm going to do as well, guys, is increase some of these XP points. It seems like it takes extremely long for some of these guys to, you know, to mature. All right, so let me show you something about Joe Hayden. Let's go to the roster real quick. And you guys can see what's going on there. So let me show you Joe Hayden, man. And how he's just 89 speed, which, okay, he's not as fast as he used to be. I can live with that, right? Man coverage 81. Play rec 85. But look at this zone. So he's a liability out there. And look at Artie Burns. 82 and 82. So he still got room to grow. We can get him up. But look at the rest of my corners, man. Struggling. Super struggle mode. Maybe we can work on Cam Sutton a little bit and see if we can get his man in his zone up. But so clearly, secondary is where my primary concern is going into this draft and perhaps free agency. So let's go ahead and bounce out of here, guys. I just wanted to show you a little bit of the beginning stages here. And oops, Hit the wrong button there. But I am going to advance to the next week because I want to kind of keep an eye on who's getting signed and who's not. So let's go ahead and advance to stage 2. Go trade. It will tell you what you need. Yeah, you're right. I could do that. But it shouldn't have to do all of that. And I told the CFM guys this last year. We need to be able to see what our needs are in any of these decision-making screens. Free agency, whether you want to cut a guy, renegotiation. All of those screens, we need to see what our team needs are and where we're weak and vulnerable. Just my opinion. Let's not forget the scout, guys. So let's go take a look, show you guys, who I have here, who's on my board so far. So we want to go middle linebacker. This guy is projected to be a 5th rounder. All right, but I like that hit power, I like his pursuit, and I love his tackle. So that's why he's on my board to see if he's going to stick around. Here's a corner, 4th round pick. And here are my 1st round guys. Free safety. BJ Banks. I don't know if he's going to make it to us again, man. We're picking pretty late in the draft here. Here's another guy. Both got good hit power. Both, pursuit for this guy is a little bit better. Zone coverage is a little bit better. This guy's man coverage is showing as one of his attributes as well. But as you can see, there's really not a lot of 1st round guys that they're telling me I should be picking. All right, so if we go back to who's available, and let's take a look at strong safety in this case. Nobody is a real candidate in terms of, going early. This might be a steal right here. His 40 time is a 4.4. That's 3rd, 1st in bench press. So obviously he's going to be a little strong. So we're going to definitely tag him. Let's see what this balance guy looks like. 5th rounder, 4 or 5. Not a blazer, but that's pretty decent speed. We always get stuck on who can run 4.3s, but let's not forget, 4 or 5 is pretty fast. It's not a blazer, but he's pretty fast. Then you got your undrafted guys. So let's go back to the free safeties here. See if we can find another steal somewhere. 6'1", 227, 7.2 combine grade. So I'm interested in seeing where they got him going. Runs a 4.5. But look at his 20-yard shuttle. 1st. Okay? Now you start talking about lateral movement. 3 cone. He's 2nd. All right? So you want to look at little things like that. And here's the thing. Here's some of the feedback also that I give to the dev team. So when you look at that, right, you would think this guy has good lateral movement. So why isn't, zone coverage or something like that one of his better attributes? Why is it hit power? Maybe pursuit kind of ties into that. I don't know. You see what I'm saying? It's almost like their combine numbers don't always translate to what they do well. And I think that it probably should, because a real NFL scout is going to say, okay, what can this guy do for us? You understand what I'm saying? Like, I like his quickness. It looks like his hips, he turns his hips well. He can change direction. That's what they're projecting. So I want to see these attributes that we're seeing before the draft be more connected to what a scout would be saying. And along those lines, we need to see scouts in the game. Scouts and coordinators. And got to get all that stuff going in this game, man. We must. All right, so everybody else is pretty much late round picks. Let's see. What else did we say we were going to look at? We already looked at corner, but let's go look again and see if I missed somebody. See what this zone guy's talking about. So he's a 5th rounder. 23rd. Now, look, these are some fast corners. This guy's 23rd, and he ran a 4.47. It's pretty fast. Again, it's not a blazer, but it's pretty fast. Now, this guy, they got him touted as a 4th round pick, 4.42. 30th in the 20-yard shuttle, 17th in 3 cone. So, You know, like, again, I want more of that stuff, man, to really tell the story. You know what I'm saying? And I don't feel like it does. Let's see if we can find an interior guy. Here are the 3 guys that I looked at. But this is probably somebody I would be picking later on. Nose tackle, like 3rd, 4th round, 5th round, perhaps. All right, let's see what we got as far as a receiver. And here are all the guys that I looked at. Little speed guy right there. I probably wouldn't go that route. But I would take a big guy, like a red zone threat. Maybe somebody in 4th round or so. See, here we go. Look at this guy. This is a find right here. Runs a 4.4. Not bad. Bench press. Not bad. Nah, not too bad for a receiver. He's 30th. But his broad jump is really not that high, nor is his vertical jump. But look at his spec catching. It's an A-. Okay? Now, to me, this does correlate to what they're saying. They're saying that this guy is a red zone threat. Spec catch is an A-. So I like that. That kind of makes sense. We need to see more of that. We need to see more of these attributes and what they're advertising to match what the guy actually does. All right, so let's see if there's anybody else out here we might can steal later. Maybe a possession guy. All right, nothing much there. Okay, so let's go ahead and keep her moving. And let's pay attention again to what free agents have already been taken off of the board. We're just going to look at the top 100. Blunt still out there. But he has some, definitely has some bids. You got Grimes still out there. Chris Ivy. So anybody else I was looking at? Forte. You got plenty of backup running backs. That if you just need somebody, Burkhead, you know, a couple backup corners. All right, Big Eddie Lacy out there. All right, let's move on, guys. Get through this draft at least. Let's move on to stage 3 real quick. Yeah, a guy like that should definitely be moving in space, man. You're absolutely right. Yeah, I drafted a vertical threat tight end, and he only has 78 speed. Yeah, okay. And see, that just doesn't, that don't make sense to me, man. It's just a lot of work left to be done, ladies and gentlemen. So let's look at who they have enlisted in their tops. And most of these guys I've scouted. We don't really need a tight end. Ooh, 6'3", 199. I mean, sometimes you just got to go with the best players. I already looked at this guy. Put him on the board. Can always use another outside linebacker. As you can see, I already tagged him. So I got quite a few guys here, man, that I've already tagged to keep an eye on. See what this guy's looking like. Nothing much there. And this is interesting. This guy here is a 7.4 combine grade, but look where he's, you know, where they got him going. But here's the thing. The man's 40-yard dash. Look at that. 4.33 again. You know, speed should be one of his biggest attributes. You know, you would think. But I don't know if the top skills, the speed is one of them, but you would imagine. Look at this. His 3-cone, he was second in 3-cone. 3rd in the 20-yard shuttle and 3rd in the 40. And see, this again, I hate to stay on my soapbox, but I have to do that because this is the only way, you know, I'm going to continue to do what I do and be what I be and try to get, you know, get this game to higher heights. Is when you see a guy like this is where CFM needs to be. How does this guy fit in our scheme? How does this guy fit in what I'm trying to do with my players? You understand what I'm saying? So if I'm trying to get this guy to, you know, I'm looking for a fast receiver, a fast corner that can play in the slot. You know, maybe he doesn't have the great skill, but, you know, maybe, you know, he's good in the slot just because he's fast, or on the outside just because he's fast. Maybe I want to use him in situations where, look, you know, Here comes Brandon Cooks. He's a burner. All I just need you to do is run with him. They're going to just send him on fly patterns, which they normally do with Cooks. Or sometimes they run posts or some corner routes. But y'all know what I'm saying. If it's a guy that he's mainly a vertical guy, like a Martavis Bryant, that's what you see him do the most. I just want you to run with him. Don't let him beat you deep. We need to be able to take what the guy does well and apply him in your scheme. And get away from the overall of just being the most important thing. Y'all feel what I'm saying? Because you got a speedster like this, you should be able to find something for him. Look, they got the man going undrafted. And then here's the funny thing. If I pick him, they're going to tell me, oh, you reached. So just little stuff like that, man. There's so many ways they could improve this game, you know, and just make it more of a chess match like that. All right, so let's scout a couple other positions here real quick. Can never hurt to have, you know, speed rushes on the outside, even though we don't really run that type of defense. Let's see, another possession guy from Pittsburgh. Maybe you want to keep him at home. Whoa, what was that? Number 2 with vertical jump. Look at this. He's second in vertical jump. And look at his spec catch. Look at his catching. Look at his catching traffic. This is a 7-rounder. This guy could be a steal. So we're going to tag him. All right, let's take a look at another outside cornerback, which we do run cover 2 pretty decently. All right, so that's about it, man. So don't really need to use any more points here because, you know, obviously when you start getting past so many players, it really don't matter. So we're going to send one more week. What y'all talking about, man? Y'all hungry? Y'all out here talking about hamburgers and fries and Oreos and pizza. And y'all a trip, man. Y'all having a good time, I see. All right, so is there anybody else we want to scout? Probably not, man. I mean, we've pretty much exhausted all of our points here, man. I mean, look. I done scouted dudes all the way down to, look, 40. And just for the heck of it, we'll scout this guy. Look at this first rounder. Look at his bench press. First, 38 reps. Impact blocking is good. Run block is good. So let's keep him in mind. He's not going to be first round for us, but it's just somebody you might want to pay attention to. Another D tackle right there. Definitely need a backup D tackle. Here's a steal, perhaps. Broad jump first and broad jump third and bench press at 35. Fifth in the 40-yard at 4.97. Okay, this guy's a second rounder, so let's keep an eye on him. Another receiver, nothing doing. Let's see what this running back is doing. Nothing much. All right, so that's gonna do it. And we'll scout one last strong safety here. First in the broad jump, second in bench press, and second in vertical jump, which is not bad. Runs a 4.4, runs at 4.54. So we'll keep a quick eye on him. All right, so let's go ahead and get to this draft, man. Let's do that. And see who we gonna get. Get that big hog. Yeah, that tackle, big boy, right? What do you think about Burns? Good or bad? I think Burns has the potential to grow into something. Right now, not much doing, man. Burns just has to get his technique together. If he can get his technique together, I think he'll be in pretty good shape. You know, he just has to get his technique together. That's it. Get that going, and we okay. You know what I mean? Yeah, skip ahead to my pick. But he needs to get that going. All right, guys, let's see who we got. Let's take a look at our draft board. Let's see what we got going here.
most exciting players to watch in all of college football, making plays with his
All right, so let's go to the board. My middle linebacker is there, but look, he's a 5th round. Look at all these guys. None of my first rounders are there. They all gone. But let's see who's available. Tackle, linebacker, D tackle. See where he graded out. Late first rounder. I don't want to take a D tackle first. Look at all these corners, man. Ain't nobody. The right tackle is there, but I don't need him right now. That D tackle is there. Goodness gracious. So let's go back to my draft board real quick. I might have to take a chance on this guy. But look, here's how Madden going to kill you, though. They're going to tell me I reached on this guy. They're going to tell me I reached. Look at his bench press. Look at his broad jump. Not that fast. But they're definitely going to tell me I reached. But the man got an A- hit power, B- tackle, and B- pursuit. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe let's take a look at my man here. Zone B-. We got to make a decision quick, guys. Quick. Let's take this kid. Let's take a leap of faith. I reached. And he's a 71 overall. See what I'm saying? The way this game is crazy how it's set up, man. I don't like that. I don't like that at all.
The Raiders pick. Let's go to Adam with more on Harrison. It's no surprise seeing him get drafted at this point.
Yeah, that dude, that tackle was a beast, wasn't he? All right, so let's see who else is out there, man. According to our draft board.
It was actually 2 seasons ago, and that was due to a minor injury.
Tight end.
Every time he touches the ball, and if he gets
Middle linebacker is still there.
because it's daylight from there on. As long as he can quickly adjust to the speed of the NFL, he has the potential.
Some of these guys are going to still be there later. So let's go see best available. Don't need no tight end. Should I take a chance on this guy, man? Vertical, this dude could be something. Let's go back to the middle linebacker real quick. I want to take this dude, man. I really do. I really do, but I'm scared to take him so early. Let's see what else. Let me go to corners out there. I'm about to get in trouble, guys. I'm about to mess up. I'm gonna take one of those corners. I got 14 seconds, guys. Take a chance.
The Texans are now on.
Look at all these 71s. Yeah, man. And I'm doing this purposely, man, so you guys can see how this game is so crazy. How they rate talent. It's sad. It's sad how this game does it. All right, so let's see. Who else we need? Let's go back and look at our board. I'm going to go ahead and take the middle linebacker if he's still there. He's still there, so I'm going to take him. Or should I take him? He's probably going to be there in the next round. But I'm going to take this guy, man. I'm going to take a leap of faith. They gave me a good pick. And he's only a 70 overall. 79 speed tackle. We're going to work on him. He's a normal. We'll get him situated if we can. No, I don't want to pause the draft, man. I want to have the pressure on me, like as if, you know, it's pressure, you know? I don't want to sit back and study like that. I just want to have that little bit of pressure on me. Let's see who else we got out there. That 5th round corner is out there. I might take this free safety though. Take another free safety. See, they got this kid as see, why is he an undrafted guy? I don't understand it. Undrafted talent. This game is crazy, man. Look, let's look at the availables. You got a receiver. Look at this, man. This game is crazy, guys. I'm telling y'all. It's absolutely crazy. I don't know who to take, man. We're going to take a receiver. Let's take this guy. See what he got.
The Colts are now on the clock.
All right. Hey, look, but the dude is a 60. Yeah, scouting don't mean anything. Yeah, that tackle gone, man. I ain't want to get him right now anyway. You're right. It doesn't seem to mean anything. That's my beef.
Are now on the clock.
The player modes are trash. Yeah, man. It's sad. It's sad. It's I don't know, man. It frustrates me to the highest degree. You know what I mean? It frustrates me so much. Let's see if we can find a corner. Well, look, all these guys, look at their grades, man. Ooh, 7.7. 7. He runs a 4.3 prototype. I'm gonna reach. I mean, his combine grade is a 7.7. 7.6. I think I'm gonna take that kid, man. What the heck, you know? Can't hurt, right?
The Browns
Good pick. 93 speed. But look at their zones and stuff. Look at it. This man is a 68 overall. This is ridiculous, dude. Exactly. J Hart, Rick, you're right. This is what I'm saying. This game is so crazy. It's like this stuff don't matter. They gonna tell me it's a good pick, and like you said, they call him a 5th round talent. So it's like this game. Pick and choose which way you gonna be. Is it gonna be where it's a good pick because he fits my scheme or what have you, or is it not? You know what I mean? But again, all of that stuff, it should be based on whether or not the guy fits your scheme. I'm gonna draft this dude, man. I gotta make something out of one of these guys. Look, look at all of these top guys left, and they all undrafted talent. Look at this. So that's why I think I'm gonna just grab that free safety and be done with it. They say don't draft him, but I'm gonna draft him. What the heck?
The 49ers are now on
And this is an excellent pick. How is that an excellent pick? Barry is ranked number 54 in true talent, and you draft. But how? But they told me he was a 7th rounder. 82 zone, 87 speed. So I'm glad I grabbed him because I think he's actually better than my other
the Seahawks are
free safety that I picked. All right, so let's wrap this up. But Rex promised improvements in CFM for Madden 19. Got to have some things to look forward to. Yeah, man. You know, I know that they are fully aware that CFM needs some attention. Obviously, guys, if I knew anything, I wouldn't be able to say at this point. But I will say this. I haven't heard of, anything that I could share or anything that makes me feel like I have an idea. However, we're speaking with them on a regular basis and knowing conversations we've had last year and et cetera, et cetera. I know the type of things that I know the type of things that I would expect them to go after. Whether they will or not, we'll see. We'll see. But, you know, that's about as far as I can go with that. Hopefully we get some things that, you know, that we're all going to be excited about. So let's take a look at the wrap up here, man. This cornerback is pretty fast. This corner is very fast. Let's look at their attributes and, you know, see what's happening here in terms of things that matter. None of my defenders can catch. My receiver has pretty good catching there. All right, so we're going to take a look at tackling. My guy's a tackler. It has 80. Now, that kind of matches, you know, what his information stated. So I'm cool with that. Block shedding, we can work on that. It doesn't have pretty much any good things here as far as, you know, moves and avoiding guys. Power moves, we could probably get that up to an 80, I'm sure. Pursuit at 81 is pretty decent to start off with. Zone coverage for my corner, starting with an 81, that's not bad. 64, man, is absolute trash. But look at these press. I mean, I'm sorry, that's not my corner. That's my free safety. Really want to get this zone up. I'm not too concerned with the man, but look at this corner. Horrible. Horrible. Now, we got this free safety here. His zone is an 82. All right. Now, where's his pursuit? 68. Bad. Where's his play rec? Did they show the play rec? 65. Where in the awareness? Awareness is one area you have to definitely focus on. You know, when you're bumping up your guys. 64. Just trash. Trash across the board. 90 hit power. Yeah, I saw that. That was pretty interesting, right? So let's go take a look at the roster. We'll just look at corner. Well, we'll look at middle linebacker as well. And wait. So this guy's already moved into the third slot, which I'm cool with that. Got Kelsey here that's on the practice squad. LJ Fort still there. Metakevich. So we got some battling going on here. This is a guy that's on the Steelers practice squad now. Well, actually, he's injured reserve for 2017, sorry. Well, let's take a look at the corners. So you still got Burns. And Hayden there. William Gay still there. Here's a guy that we drafted, but it gets ugly. It gets ugly. Look at this. None of my corners are really doing much. Artie Burns has the best zone. And zone and man, we can work on him. We already know Joe Hayden's. Cam Sutton has a good zone. I mean, good man. A decent man. None of this is good, but y'all know what I'm saying. And free safety, Mike Mitchell. Look at this. These dudes are killing Mike Mitchell already in the zone category. But Mike Mitchell, I'm sure, was going to have, well, awareness is not ridiculously high either. Play rec, not ridiculously high. So it's a very good chance that with some work, I'll be able to get one of these guys in the starting lineup. Barry Graham, I believe he was the guy who had, was it the 80 something for zone? What was it? Oops, I passed it. That's going to be the guy I want to work on to try to get him in the starting lineup as soon as possible. 82. All right. Have you already done free agency? Yeah, but I'm going to go in there and see who's left. Nobody really was in there worth getting. How do you feel about the neutralization between the Steelers offense and the Jags defense? Also, unbalance of our lack of defense and the Jags mediocre offense. Offensively, I think the Steelers are going to perform way better than they did the first time. I don't think Roethlisberger, I just don't believe that Roethlisberger throws, you know, the 5 interceptions again. I don't think that's going to happen. However, you know, I think if the Steelers can stop the run, I think they'll beat the Jags. I don't think the Jaguars' offense is that powerful or powerful enough to outduel the Pittsburgh Steelers. I mean, I figure even if the Steelers are not able to blow them out, you know, because they have a great defense, I could see a score of a 21-17, 20-14. I could see something like that. If the Steelers are able to minimize the run, I mean, it's an NFL team. They're going to get some points. If you hold them under 20, and I think the Steelers can score 21 points at least, or at least, you know, 2 touchdowns and, you know, maybe 2 field goals. You know what I mean? I feel like the Steelers can at least do that. Maybe 2 touchdowns, 3 field goals, and there you have it. So it's going to be interesting, man. I'm really, really strongly leaning on going to that game. So we should have some fun, man. We should have some fun. Man, William Gay is still my slot corner. His play rack, his zone, horrible. So one of these guys is going to probably be able to step in that spot soon. Really want to get Cam Sutton some work, man. So I might put him. I don't know. We'll see what's going on here. All right. So what I need to do real quick is let me see. Let me count my roster members. See if I'm at 53. Well, I'm not at 53 yet because we're about to play preseason. What am I thinking? I'm bugging out. All right, so let's go ahead and jump into that, man. Let me show you guys again the sliders that I'm using. Very minimal changes. As you can see, player stuff is all on 50. Quarterback accuracy is at 40. Wide receiver catching, I have it at 40 because, you know, the receivers catch everything for the CPU on all Madden. Injury 25, fatigue 65, minimum speed thresh 20. Everything basically here is on default. You know, maybe this stuff changes, but this is pretty much where I've been playing. I've enjoyed it since the two patches ago, I think. Defensive interference, we're going to have that obviously up at 60 and actually going to bump holding to 55. And again, just to show you guys that I am on all Madden. Depending how things feel, I might have to reduce some of the blocking a little bit for the CPU. But here are the league settings. Nah, I don't live in Pittsburgh. I live in York, PA, which is close to 3 hours away. Yeah, I had to let Mike Hilton go. I didn't let him walk, man. I tried to re-sign him, and he said he didn't want to re-sign with me. So it won't. You know, I couldn't do nothing about that. But here it is, guys. All Madden, fast simulation, and there you have it. 8-minute quarters. Blah 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 blah, and that's it. Let's get up out of here. All right, so let's go ahead and jump into preseason. Let me see who my specialists are. Starting out. This is something else I don't like that Madden does. Madden continues to, for whatever reason, they continue to put like the highest overall as the returner. And I don't understand that. We're going to make Cam Sutton the number 2. I just don't understand that. I'm actually going to let Sutton return punts also. And this kid here is going to be the number, well, he'll be the number 1. We're going to see what he got. Let's take a look at this guy. Yeah, I was about to say, that's that corner with all the speed. So at least we can get him some XP points, you know, by playing special teams. All right, so let's jump into it. Just because I'm limited on time, man, I'm going to skim through, you know, the training. Not going to do the training here. we'll jump into this game, man. And like I said, I'll stay on till 12 midnight, which is roughly 41 minutes. So if we don't finish the game, you know, I'll just end it, and then we'll come back, you know, perhaps tomorrow, stream again, and we'll pick up from there. But what's good with y'all, man? I'm appreciate you guys coming through, man. I see a good solid 35 of you guys are in here right now. Appreciate that, man. That's love. Appreciate you guys. No doubt. All right. See what these Redskins got to offer. See how the gameplay feels, because you know I haven't played it since this last patch. So let's see what it feel like. You know what I mean? And don't forget, guys, man, hit that like button, man. If you like what you see, make sure you give me a thumbs up. There go my boy Smooth again. Let's give him a round of applause for the donation, man. Salute to you. I definitely appreciate you. Roll Tide. What a game, man. What a game. That was a game right there. And props to Nick Saban, man, for making the switch, taking out your starter. You know what I mean? Your starting quarterback to put this kid in the game. That was amazing. Yeah, man, I think Bell has a chance to run the ball on the Jags, man. You know, if we lock in and do what we're supposed to, I think we can run with anybody. So I definitely feel like Bell could have a day. We'll see. You know, last time he was 47 yards on 15 carries. But obviously, we got so far behind, you know what I mean? We couldn't continue to run the rock. So we'll see. All right, let's skip past all that and get her cracking.
Hello, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and partner, our long national nightmare is
Let's see.
6 months away, we're back to playing football.
And this is way better than Watergate, isn't
Yes, he will.
We get to have some fun.
Vance McDonald
Veterans, they'll play a little bit, we know that, but
could be,
this new crop of rookies and
could
young
definitely be an X factor, brother. I think he will, man. Oh, I see the Redskins got them a new QB, a 66 overall. Decent throwing power. Mid accuracy, yeah. So then let's see how good they allow this kid to play. That's what I want to see. That's what I want to see. Wait a minute. Whoa, 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 whoa. What's going on here? Did y'all see that? Where is Shazier and Vince Williams? Why they got these dudes out there starting? Did y'all see that? Okay, that's interesting. Wow, I don't know what that's all about. Oh, you know what it is? I think it's my formations. My formation subs. I'll actually leave it like that. Big Hargrave.
And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20.
Oh, you said that's the Packers guy?
Second and 7. And the Buffet boys, the O-line. Hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first.
Oh, look, and now they back in the game. What was that all about?
And when they play well,
So it wasn't the formation subs. So I'm really confused now. Get some zoom cam in here. I might switch out the zoom cam when I run the ball.
They run again with Ware.
Get him to the ground. Get him to the ground.
They're still about 3 yards shy.
Those of you guys who have the devs here, carry the banner for CFM The rest of us may say our piece on Twitter, but we're never really sure if our voices are listened to. They are, man. Rex, you know, Rex is not pulling your leg or blowing smoke when he says they definitely pay attention to Twitter. You know, they don't always reply. You know, you'll get a reply from Rex and Clint from time to time, but, you know, those guys are not always, you know, replying each and every day. Oh, good pass. But they listen. But trust me, as far as CFM, dog, I'm all over it. You know, myself, Shopmaster, Mad Scientist, some of these guys you guys don't know. Of course, Smitty and Azure, mad people, man. That's, you know, CFM buffs. We all over it. You know, we got to keep that pressure on them, keep our foot on the gas. And, you know, hopefully we can make some things happen, man. Not just us, but, you know, it's all about convincing those high-ups what is priority. You know, the stuff that Rex has said publicly, that's what it's all about. You got to get these guys, you know, to understand why things need to be and must be in the game. And why it's a, you know, it's key to their success, so to speak. You know, a lot of these guys are more concerned with the bottom line, you know, and, you know, it's hard to convince them. Like Rex has said, again, I always got to emphasize, he said it publicly. It's hard to convince them, you know, that certain football things need to be in the game and why. They don't understand how do they sell that. You know what I'm saying? That's the internal fight that Rex and the team has, and it's just, it's ludicrous. LeVar Allen, what's up? What's good, man?
I do know teams that had him listed as a first-round talent. I also had teams that had him listed as a
yeah, Mike Hilton could definitely be an issue defensively as well. You know, I seriously feel like the game is just gonna go differently. You know, obviously I'm gonna root for the Steelers, and obviously that's the way I wanted to go. But you know, I look at everything objectively. And I really feel like if the Steelers are on their game and they don't turn the ball over, they win the game. You know, I just don't think the Jaguars' offense is, you know, potent enough to do or outmatch the Pittsburgh Steelers production. I just don't believe that. Now, if the Steelers are unable to move the ball, if the Steelers are unable to stop the run, then the Jacksonville Jaguars could very well have their way. It's possible. More than possible, you know? I've been trying to get some pressure, man. That's the only reason why I've been controlling some of the guys on the D-line to see if I can generate pressure. What's my Madden 18 name? I'm not sure I understand what you're saying. Are you asking what my PSN name is? If that's the case, it's the same. SimFBallCritic, everything. Dopey Elephants. Well, welcome, man. Welcome. You know, hopefully I do enough to gain your subscription. If I do, that would be great. But yeah, I love the Steelers too, man. Everything Steelers. If you're here for the Steelers, I recommend looking at my last stream that I did a few hours ago. It's Terrible Towel Tuesday. It's where I recount and give a recap on the Steelers, you know, weekly, what they've done in the prior game. Obviously, since we didn't play last week, this particular game, what I did is this particular episode, I talked about what the Steelers will need to do, how they fare against the, you know, Jags, how I think the game will go. And then Friday, I think I'm going to rehash that, you know, after I have a little more time to think, you know, come up with a game plan in my mind, what I think would give the Steelers the best opportunity. And, you know, we'll also make some predictions as far as, you know, the weekend, as far as those teams, you know, the playoff teams and such, and who gets to win, who doesn't, and stuff like that. So, yeah, if you're here for Steeler content, man, let's go, Bell. Outrun Big Boy. Let's get it. Okay. Le'Veon Bell getting busy right there. On your head, Villalobos. Stay good, man. I appreciate you asking, man. How's your family? Let's get it, Le'Veon. And I think they got Le'Veon a little too fast in Madden, to be honest, though. We all know Le'Veon Bell ain't usually gonna house nothing or, you know, get big gains like that when he by himself. You know, maybe perhaps when, you know, if he has some blocking in front of him. But that's the one thing that Le'Veon doesn't have is he definitely doesn't have breakaway speed.
First carry for James Conner, and he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage.
Shoot, Lurk King, you better worry about the Titans, man. I mean, I know it's a long shot, but listen, it's the playoffs, man. In the playoffs, everybody has a chance. You know, everybody has a chance. Steelers need to draft an Alabama D lineman. Nah. Well, maybe, but I would like to draft that kid Smith, that inside linebacker for Georgia. That's who we need. Couldn't get away from the pressure, man. I saw where I wanted to go, but it wasn't open, so I didn't want to force it. It's going to be Pittsburgh Steelers versus Patriots again, Falcons versus Vikings, NFC. Hey, man, listen, please don't count out the Saints. Do not discount the Saints. All right, good defense by the Redskins, or bad offense by me, one or the other. Let's take a look. Let's take a look and see if I missed anything. Ooh, I sure did. Jesse James is wide open. See? I may have been able to fit that in there if I throw the bullet. Wow, Jesse James was wide open. But I was looking at Antonio Brown the whole time. AB came open too. But, see, the pressure's coming. I saw the pressure, and I wasn't sure whether or not this guy was going to continue to drop. Because AB's running the corner, so I didn't throw it. So I threw it to a guy that I thought could possibly outrun his man, thinking again, this guy's going to drop. So that was my thought process, man. But like they say, you always see the open guy when you're not playing. You know, so I'm sure you guys saw that my man there was open. And I missed him. Oh, Lord. And I just missed the kick. That's why I like to play on all Madden, man. You know, even though we know this game is not where it should be, I still feel like all Madden still gives me at least some type of challenge, and sometimes you're going to get cheated. That's just how all Madden is, but, you know, it's fun, win or lose, you know. Somehow I went 13-3 in the last season on all Madden. Granted, I didn't pick up the game until, okay, holding on the offense. I didn't pick up the CFM until it was week 10, I think. But, you know, I still did fairly well. You know, you guys saw most of the games that I cut up and put out there. So it's been fun, man. So I'm going to stick with that script and see how I like it. You said we should draft a QB. Perhaps. You know, and maybe they will. You know, I don't think Dobbs is the answer. Oh, good tackle, Sean Davis. So we definitely going to need a quarterback, man. You know, whether Ben, you know, decides to retire or not, I think you still take a look at a quarterback if it's a guy out there that's worth getting. You know, I said that last year. I said we needed to get a quarterback last year, and then we can also get one in this draft. Come on, Artie Burns, you got to step in front of that, baby. Almost there. Almost doesn't count. Almost only counts in, you know, when you're playing hand grenades. That's what I was always told. Yeah, Ben retired, and we most definitely got to go out there and get somebody. Ah, I missed him. I missed him. Yeah, you're right. We pretty screwed, man. If you know, if we don't get a quarterback. And if Roethlisberger decides to retire, yeah, we in some trouble. We in some serious trouble. Oh, come on. They ran the same play to that left side. I think Landry is underrated, honestly. Yeah, listen, I'm one of the people that don't. I didn't get upset when they re-signed Landry Jones. Has Landry Jones been outstanding? No. But has Landry Jones really, had a season where it was about him? And he had to, you know what I'm saying? He hasn't. He hasn't had the opportunity where he was going to be the guy. You feel me? So I think he's capable. Landry Jones actually played pretty well against, the Browns in that last game. Threw a bad interception, which he, is subject to do from time to time. But good Lord, man, we can't stop nothing. But we'll see. Landry probably will get the nod right out the gate. See, another quarterback is going to have to earn it. But we'll see. You go, big Daniel McCullers. Putting people out the game. We'll take it. Let's see. So he still got Vince in the game. This is what I hate about CFM also. Why is this guy still in the game? Please tell me. Why didn't they sub out both guys? Don't understand that.
They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Now back to throw.
Wow. Wow. The bad quarterback saved us right there. Yikes. Yeah, he can play. Landry is not a bum. It's just, Pittsburgh, how Pittsburgh fans get, man. The thing is, when he comes in and he's not Ben Roethlisberger and he throws an interception or two, he's automatically trash. I don't think Landry Jones is trash. I think Landry Jones is a serviceable quarterback, but he has to work on going through his progressions, and he has to work on, not. He has to work on not eyeing his target. He has a bad habit of doing that. Landry Jones is one of those guys that he has a read, and when that read ain't there, he gets in trouble, or he'll force something. But if he can go through his progressions, and like I said, maybe sometimes it comes down, man, to the man just being able to, be the starter and preparing like the starter each and every week. Then maybe we'll get to see what he's all about, so serviceable, and we'll see. We'll see what happens. But either way, I think you definitely need to get a quarterback. Yikes. Whoa, look at our matchups. Look at this. Oh, my goodness. Okay. Okay. All right now. Tucker got a little speed. I threw the ball early. I threw it early before he got into his break, and it worked. Look at Josh Dobbs. Dobbs is my backup. That was pretty nasty right there. Let's go back and look at the replay real quick, guys. I'm gonna show y'all what I did, man, to fool the defense. Because I know Dobbs, his accuracy is not that good, especially on the out. So what I did is when I saw this guy turn his back and the safety vacated, I just threw it early. And I knew what was going to happen is, I don't necessarily like this, though. I'm going to be honest with you. Because in the real world, Tucker is running his route. He don't know where the ball is. So I don't like him turning back to find the ball. I really don't like that. I would rather this ball be overthrown or incomplete because Tucker continues to go right because he's going to expect the ball to be on the out. So I don't like this, him just being able to match that catch animation, even though I threw it as women of prayer, because if you look across the board, I didn't think I had an opportunity anywhere else. And again, like I said, once I saw the safety vacate, I was like, all right, I'm gonna hit this guy, even if it was the out. I'm cool with it, but I don't like how he just magically turned back around. I don't like that, even though I'll take the touchdown because the game did it. It ain't my fault. But nah, I don't like that. It's a little shaky. A little janky right there. I don't like that. Yeah, Josh Allen, man. If he's there, the question is, where is he going to be? Are we talking first round? I don't think the Steelers take a quarterback first round unless Ben Roethlisberger retires and we think that A, Landry Jones isn't the guy, or B, if you want another guy to come in and battle Landry and Josh Dobbs. I think our biggest concern right now, in my opinion, is inside linebacker. No question. We need an inside linebacker like yesterday. And then, there's other areas too. I mean, we still don't know if we got the corner. It's a lot of things. Oh, and we need a safety. We need a free. Look at this. Look at this. What's going on? We definitely need a free safety. No question about it. Let me see who they got out there, because, like I said, man, this game is so screwy. They don't even. This is another thing that we don't have. We should be able to just put in the second unit. You should be able to just go to your second unit, third unit, fourth unit. There should be a 90-man roster. Should be all of that. All right, so they do got the corners, but I want to put this kid out there. Wasn't this the guy that had that higher zone, I want to say? No, it wasn't him. It was Sutton, but I thought it was somebody else. Maybe I'm thinking about the free safety. All right, so I'm going to put Sutton over SimFBall. And SimFBall probably going to be up off this roster, to be honest with you. I'm sure we're going to go in free agency to get somebody. And I'm going to put this kid in place of SimFBall. Free safety, definitely want Graham out there. And strong Dangerfield. They got Dangerfield over Robert Golden, which I'm not upset about that at all. Let's see what Dangerfield's attributes are. 79 zone, that ain't bad. 73. I mean, to be a backup guy. All right, Dangerfield. Hit power 80. Yeah, what kind of speed Dangerfield got in Madden? 86, not too bad. Okay. All righty. Now, let's see who we got at the linebackers. Got Keon. All right. See, why is Vince? This drives me crazy, man. Why is he still out there? I'm actually gonna put Fort in there. Put Medikevich here. And why is Bud Dupree still out here? I know that ain't the only. Is that the only left outside linebacker we got? Wow. And T.J. Watt. Wow. Okay. So how did I miss that? How did I miss that we needed another outside linebacker? We only got 3? Really? Interesting. I don't know how I missed that, guys. So we're going to have to go on free agency. All right, we got L.T. Walden on the right side and Alu. All right, let's see what the receivers look like real quick. Haywood Bay. Jeez, look at these receivers. Bum, and bum. My Lord. This was the kid we drafted. We're going to put him Put him as a number 1. Get him some more work. James Conner, Toussaint. We're going to put Jake McGee right there. I probably should put Juju back out there to get him some more XP. I don't want to get him hurt, though. But let's put Juju here. All right, let's rock. Like Hayden Burns and Hilton. Yeah, I do, man. I think Burns still has an opportunity, man. I'm not ready to give up on Artie Burns. Yeah, this probably is Ben's last year, man, to be all the way honest. You might be right about that. Oh, man, come on, man. How we keep missing this guy? Robert Kelly running that ball hard, too. All right, so let's change up some stuff.
Some of the coaches that I played for, their philosophies were always different when they see a guy running the ball well. Some of them wanted to immediately go to play action and throw it now because it's wide open. But other coaches said, you know something? Until they stop him, that big boy's going to keep getting the football.
We need to rock him a little bit. Rock him to sleep a little bit. I know, Juju only a 77. Come on, man. I like that little stiff arm right there, though, by P-Ron. Need to send some pressure, man.
I really liked what he did there.
Let's go cover 3. Shamar J. P-Ron.
Switch it up here and look to throw. Has it over the middle. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Righty. We got to send some pressure.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. Back to throw here.
Oh, we missed him. I sent the right blitz and missed him. I like how he took off like that, though. I definitely like how he took off. Do you think we keep Brian after this year? We have. He's under contract, so it just depends on whether or not we want to trade him. It just depends on whether or not we want to trade him. Because remember, with his suspension, this would have been his final year. But since he was suspended, that year doesn't count. So the Steelers actually have him under contract for 2 years. But the question is, will the Steelers use him as trade bait? That's a possibility. So I think it all depends on, man, what they want to do with him. I mean, what if he messes around and has a good postseason? You know, then definitely you want to keep him. But it all depends on what plans the Steelers have in store for him, and we'll see. We'll see.
They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. They'll set up to throw. Setting up the screen to Kelly.
No, sir. Not this time, brother.
Good contain.
Not this time. LJ Fort gonna make the solid tackle right there. You gotta know, guys, when to use X and when to use square if you're playing on the PlayStation. You gotta know when to go conservative. If you're on the Xbox, it's A or X. But here on PlayStation, oh, okay, I thought they was going to hit me for the personal foul. Roughing the kicker. But yeah, on PlayStation, you want to hit X to get the conservative tackle. Don't always do the aggressive tackle with square, because, you know, you can get yourself in trouble. Why is William Gay returning kicks? Again, This is something else I hate about CFM right now. They just go with overalls. You notice when you play other teams, they be having like their lead receiver. The lead receiver be the kick returner. And I be seeing Dez Bryant kick returning. What is that all about? I feel like it would really matter if we traded Bryant anyway. Pittsburgh is already good at drafting. They are, man. That's one thing you are correct, Amundo. Uh-oh. That safety cheat? Dobbs want to take a deep shot? Wow. Come on, Dobbs. This is going to be a struggle, guys, playing with backups, I see. Come on, Dobbs. The man is wide open right there in the flat. You can't hit him.
That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Dobbs now on second down. And this time he's got the
all right. To the rookie. Trying to get him some points there. Trying to get him some XP. Hurry up now. Ah, they blew that up. Blew that up big time. I was trying to be sneaky and get something quick and easy. Let's see. Let's go downfield, Dobbs. Let's see what you got.
On second down, Dobbs.
Oh.
And he fires one incomplete.
They covering those out routes. I mean, they definitely all over top of the fly routes. I wanted to get Dobbs something easy right there. What happened to number 15 from last year? He had potential. Who, Ayers? They cut Ayers. They let him walk. Now, why are these guys back in the game? See, this is why you need a 90-man roster. Exactly why.
From the shotgun, here's Dobbs.
I threw that just because, guys. I wasn't trying to do anything. I don't want to get any of these guys hurt. So I really won't even trying to complete that. Let's go ahead and punt it away.
The other guys, those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
Yeah. You know, it was hard for Ayers to make it, man. You know, especially when they drafted Juju. And then you would have to say that Eli Rogers is probably high up the depth chart. I guess Ayers didn't offer much in special teams, so they kept Haywood Bay. And then Justin Hunter, the potential that he could have brought. So I'm assuming that's why that guy made the team. So there you have it. But yeah, I'm not going to stay on much longer, guys. Not much longer. Maybe we'll play the third quarter, and then after that we'll be done. Because I'm approaching 12 o'clock. But yeah. But that would be my thought, man, as far as why DeMarcus Ayers didn't make the squad. We shouldn't have let him go. Whose spot is he taking? I mean, I'm not disagreeing. I'm just curious to know, in your eyes, looking at the way everything transpired, the breakout season that Juju Smith-Schuster had. Who's DeMarcus Ayers? Whose spot is he taking on the roster? I mean, you could say somebody like Justin Hunter, but obviously Justin Hunter didn't get as much burn either, nor did Eli Rogers. Eli Rogers has gotten pretty decent snaps, but you see kind of where I'm going with it. You know, I don't think Hunter, I don't think Ayers would have played much more than those guys who were already the quote-unquote backups. You see what I'm saying? Martavis a bust. Neff, what up, man? Ain't seen and heard from you in a minute, brother. What's good with you? Hold on, I'm gonna definitely respond to your "is Martavis a bust" comment. I have to respond to that. Have we forgotten what Martavis Bryant did before suspension? I'm just saying. Well, how is he a bust? I mean, a guy who's missed football a full year and, you know, is getting himself back into the groove, and he's really not the focal point anymore. You know, I think he's having a better second half to the season. He's starting to do a few more things for us now. But you got to listen, man. Juju has been dynamite, lightning in the bottle. And Antonio Brown has been Antonio Brown. Le'Veon Bell has been Le'Veon Bell. And like I said, I'm pretty sure Martavis Bryant hasn't been the focal point, you know, early on. Then he's starting to get the rust off a little bit finally here in the second half of the season. He did drop a couple, you know, ooh, might go deep here. He dropped a couple, you know, big opportunities early that you would love. I want to see the rookie come up with that. But nah, I don't think you could say bust. I mean, Martavis Bryant already showed Pittsburgh what he could be in previous years. You know, now he's just not having, he didn't have the season that you would have expected. But again, the man was out of football for a year, you know? So I'm not willing to go that far to say that. And that's just me. Like I said, there's no right and wrong answer. Oh, wow. Somebody swatted the ball then. Sam, what would be your dream trade for Pittsburgh? Wow. Honestly, man, I haven't thought about it. I haven't thought about it from a trade perspective. I don't know, man. I would need time to think about that. Because to me, it's got to make sense. You feel me? If we're going to trade, it's got to really make sense. So it's got to be an impact player somewhere. To me, it can't be picks unless it's done during the draft, which, you know, obviously when you're looking at a guy like Martavis Bryant having 1 year left after this year, it's probably going to be more or less a draft thing, maybe in season, maybe not, but it's going to have to be an impact player, either secondary or linebacker. It's got to be somebody like that. You know, we're not going to trade Martavis Bryant away for a skill position on offense. We're just not. You know, we've shown that we haven't needed to do that. The Steelers, I'm sure, will draft another receiver. It's going to have to be a difference maker on defense. And I would say it's got to be an inside backer, somebody that can produce some real pressure. Because, you know, we're kind of thin at outside linebacker as well, if you really think about it. Or it's going to have to be, you know, legit corner or safety. You know, so it'll take me some time to kind of think that out and figure out, you know, who that might. Wow, this guy's taking off on us. Look at this. Thank you. Thank you. He ain't going to just keep running around like that. We need a center. Pouncey. Yeah, Pouncey is injury prone. You're right. That's somebody we, you know, an area we might have to look at soon. But I think B.J. Finney, well, actually, Finney is a better guard than he is a center. So I don't know if we have a legitimate number 2 right now that could step in and be that guy. We'll have to see. Got both Juju and Martavis on my dynasty team. Why I asked about Martavis Bryant. Yeah, man, but no way do I think that man is a bust. Like, no way. No way. I just think it's gonna take some time, man. You know, it might take him a little. You know, I ain't gonna say. Well, it's been a whole season, but you know what I'm saying. I think Martavis Bryant could very well come back next season and light it up if the Steelers, you know, elect to keep him. So we'll see. And like I said, you know, Martavis Bryant might be a difference maker in the playoffs. We'll see. You know, he could very well be a difference maker against Jacksonville, maybe even against New England again if Antonio Brown is healthy. So you got to look at all of that. You know. Like I said, I think Juju is definitely going to start warranting more attention. So with Juju Smith-Schuster needing more attention, that might lead Martavis Bryant in some one-on-one situations. And I still don't think there's many corners that is going to be able to stay with him step for step in a man situation. It just ain't. Look at this. That ain't interference. Another area that Madden has to improve in, man. We need interference based on contact and not just based on animation. Exhibit A. Let's take a look. Well, DHB kind of influenced that. So, yeah, okay. One of them drawn together animations again to create that contextual avoidance right there. Worked against me in that situation. But I understand what was happening there. In Madden 19, I hope during the draft CPU trade sometime player for player or player for pick. We need that. Yeah, I would love to see that. I really don't think Artie is the guy. He might not be. You know, Artie Burns, you know, to be fair, for those who really follow, you know, his career or, you know, just kind of research what he's all about. Artie is really a track guy. You know, he didn't eat, sleep, and breathe football. And, you know, he didn't necessarily work. Well, I can't go as far as saying he didn't, but he typically wasn't that guy that was all about technique and all that. He relied on a lot of his speed. You know, he was good enough to play on the Miami Hurricanes. So I'm not going to say he's no good, but, you know, that's basically what he's been. He's a speed guy, you know, more so than technical corner. So maybe he'll get it, maybe he won't. You know, I think he's improving. I still think he's better than he was last year. However, Artie Burns still has a huge problem with peeking in the backfield. Something you cannot do. You know, you can't do that. Oh, look at this. This backup quarterback throwing the ball like that. Look at this, man. That's that all Madden for you, though. Because let's take a look at this dude's stats. And listen, I'm not saying that he shouldn't be able to do this. Anybody, any dog can have their day. But look at this. He's a 61 overall. Let's look at his passing attributes. And the reason why I want to pay attention to this is because of, okay, look at this. 61 and 68 for deep and mid. Now, the reason why I'm even paying attention to that, look at the replay. Look at the degree of difficulty here. Look at this. On the run and turning this way and throwing left-handed. Come on, man. You know, he throws a dot when the computer needs a dot. We're going to send an Engage 8 right here. I'm pretty sure they're going to run with Kelly. There it is. I knew it was coming. Bad timing to come in, I guess, huh? Why is that? I think drafting the QB is not good. Maybe not. Do you think we're going to see Bud Dupree or Stud Dupree in the playoffs? I'm going to tell you what, man. It might. I hope it ain't Dud Dupree. I really hope he shows up, improves, and, you know, gets himself in gear for the playoffs. I'm not ready to call him a dud yet because, I mean, he does still have some sacks. It's just, you know, he hasn't. Ooh, beautiful. There he is. Look at this. He must have heard you talking about it. See that? Oh, that's crazy. Let's take a look at the replay there. Mike Tomlin's happy about it. You know, he has been able to make some things happen. You know, he just hasn't, I guess he hasn't been the beast that us Steelers fans would want to see. You know, I think we almost are looking for him to be a Von Miller type because of his body type and, his speed off the edge. That's what we're expecting, and maybe he don't have it. You know, it's possible he just don't have it. But like I said, I'm not ready to call him a bust yet or dud dud Dupree. Oh, look at this! Look at this! Oh, get the ball out! Was he down? And that's a result of me, going to aggressive tackling. Was he down? Let's see. Are they gonna overturn it? Of course they are. I think Kirk or Jones is the answer. What Jones? Landry Jones? What am I missing? You talking about Landry Jones or Kirk Cousins?
He's been a busy man thus far. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt.
But as you can see, guys, all Madden is not ridiculous. Obviously I'm not winning the game, but it's a very close game, and I can't really do much with my backup players. No, you said Jones. What Jones are you talking about? I'm just trying to make sure you're referring to Landry Jones or Kirk Cousins, is what I think you're trying to say. Now, the thing is, man, don't count on the Steelers. You know what, guys? We should be able to finish this game. I'm going a little past 12, but we should be able to finish it. Don't count on the Steelers getting somebody like Kirk Cousins. The Steelers traditionally don't spend that kind of money on a free agent, even if it is a quarterback. Especially if it's a quarterback. I don't know if the Steelers, Kirk Cousins is going to be about that guap. I don't think they spend that kind of bread on a free agent QB. Possibly, if they think that, Cousins can be the answer, but I don't know about that. I wouldn't bet my last $100 on it. You know what I mean? I surely would not. But who knows, man? I mean, again, we don't know. What Tomlin and let's go Tucson. I see you. We don't know what Tomlin and Kevin Colbert, might be thinking along those lines. What they may like. They may like somebody like Kirk Cousins. Who knows? We'll have to see. Okay, yeah, Landry. Yeah, man, listen, I think especially if the Steelers draft a quarterback. Oops, that ain't where I wanted to go. If the Steelers draft a quarterback, I think Landry Jones will be the guy. If the Steelers, elect to draft a QB, unless this QB shows and proves. I mean, this kid is going to have to get off in camp and prove that he needs to be the starter. If that doesn't happen, I think it definitely will be Landry Jones. And Josh Dobbs will challenge the rookie quarterback for the second spot. And then perhaps the rookie quarterback will challenge Landry Jones for the starting position. So, hey, no blocking. I think that's how it's going to go. We'll see. We'll have to wait and see. But I think that's, if I had to bet money on it, if we do not draft a quarterback, if we Ben Roethlisberger retires, then I think they draft a quarterback, and it'll be him and Landry Jones fighting for that spot. And then, there you have it. I knew that was going to happen. How did I know that was going to happen? Here's the thing you have to deal with all Madden at times. I'm going to show you guys this. Here's the thing you got to deal with sometimes. Watch this. I want you guys to watch exactly what I was doing. I have him. I'm throwing him to the sideline. Look how fast he breaks. Now let me show y'all why it's all Madden, okay? We all know that the game's supposed to have these thresholds. Now, however, I'm not opposed to a DB breaking on the ball as fast as he does, because if he anticipates this is where it's going, I'm cool with this, right? But why don't we see this all the time? Y'all know why? It's because of those thresholds. That's the argument, because y'all know y'all have seen me make numerous videos about DBs not breaking on the ball when they can see where the quarterback is looking. That's supposed to be an automatic breakup or a chance for an interception in the real world when you watching the quarterback and he's staring down his target, right? But here's where it's going to throw you off. Let's see. I'm going to show you. This is where all of that goes out the window for me. Look, 78. Now, the devs have told us that when guys are at a 91 or above, they get the elite break on the ball, right? So why is this guy reacting to the ball so fast? And if this was my players who would have a higher zone will not react to the ball that fast. That's all matters. And again, I'm cool with it. I like the challenge. It's preseason. I'm not playing with the starters. I get it. But those are the things that you're going to see happen from time to time. All Madden is going to kick in certain situations. You got to find ways to circumvent the Skynet, as Versus used to call it. Because it will come out at you from time to time. You're going to see it. Cousins won't be a Steeler. We rebuild most of the time through the draft. Yeah, absolutely. I really couldn't imagine a scenario where the Steelers spend that kind of money on Kirk Cousins. I'm having a hard time believing that would even be a an option. Oh, look at this, man. Look at this. Why did James Conner take so long to take off right there? We don't have money enough for him unless he takes a pay cut. Yes, Kirk Cousins played with. Yeah, he did play with Bell in college. You're absolutely right. Michigan State. All right, you are, Lamar. That man was wide open. I don't know what them safeties is doing out there. They keep vacating their areas. Okay, that was cover 3, Mabel.
I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency.
I actually do. At one time, I wasn't sure if we would keep Bell, but I think now there's a chance that we re-sign Le'Veon Bell, whatever the price. I just have a feeling. I also know that Le'Veon Bell wants to be a Steeler. You know, he often talks about that. You know, he wants to be a Pittsburgh Steeler. So I think they find a way to make it happen. Very possible that Bell will be franchise tagged again. So I'm not going to rule that out. But we'll see. We'll see if they can meet somewhere in the middle. You know, maybe Le'Veon Bell. Oh, God, here goes Connor, man. Maybe Le'Veon Bell wants, to remain a Steeler, and maybe he comes back in with the same number that they met at last year. You know, it was rumored that the Steelers offered him $12 million. So maybe they go back to that number. You know, we'll just have to see how that plans out.
Here's Dobbs to throw. And that is incomplete.
Harry Wood Bay ain't have a chance to catch that. I don't even know why I thought he would. So maybe we'll see how everything materializes there.
Good until the finish. The Steelers on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus
But
far. This is 3rd and 7.
I'm gonna try something here. Y'all see how the corner is playing inside? I'm gonna run an out route. And I'm gonna make sure he runs past the first down. I want to see if that comes open. Oh, it definitely will. Look at this. Look. Jesus Christ, man. Hold on. Again, guys, I am not upset that these guys are making these plays. But this doesn't happen consistently. This is all Madden. This is not the game recognizing what's happening. Look. They warp him over to get there. Again, now let's play devil's advocate. Is that the best throw? Maybe not. But I'm throwing it. Listen, I can promise y'all I'm pressing left because I know I got him. As soon as I see the corner vacate, boom, throw it to the sideline. But look at what happens here. Here's all Madden. With the combination of Josh Dobbs and accuracy. That's how they translate this stuff. Look, I'm throwing it to the sideline. There is no way this linebacker is supposed to get where the ball is supposed to go. Why is the ball going here? Again, what they're doing here is a combination of Dobbs' inaccuracy, and they're wanting to replicate the fact that, oh, this is all Madden. This linebacker is going to make this one outstanding play. This is the stuff you deal with, man. But, you know, what can I expect in preseason? I've never done well in preseason against all Madden.
And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally.
Yeah, it's crazy how they do. Oh, look, you saw the quick throw out of sack? This guy has so much awareness. It's amazing how much awareness this guy has. This backup quarterback here.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
We're going to go for the gusto. Let's just see what happens.
They'll hand it off to Kelly.
Look at this. What was that quick speed up right there?
But not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards there.
Oh, man. Don't do me like that, oh, man. APF 2K8, you could make that throw. Yeah, man, I think maximum passing was definitely, you know, a step above Madden's passing. However, you can make that throw in Madden. You can make that throw. I make the throw all the time. But you're not going to make it in this scenario because it's all Madden. You notice now how, look, and look, they're even killing the clock on me. You see this? They're doing chew clock. So the CPU has decided that this game is over. Y'all see this? The CPU has decided that this game is over with. But yeah, like I said, man, it's preseason. But y'all are gonna be able to see it. But my plan is I'm gonna stream each and every one of these games if I can. So you guys will be able to see it in real time. Look at this. They just making all the blocks. All the blocks. You guys will be able to see it in real time. If Ryan comes back healthy, Lord willing, we have to pay him. Mike Mitchell had, well, but I said, nah, we ain't. Mitchell's contract is up next year, I think, but we not re-signing Mitchell. Look at this, man. You know what? There's no need to even finish this. No, we'll do it just for the fun of it. Oh man, oh Madden gets crazy on you, boy. But like I said, y'all will definitely enjoy the normal gameplay games, if that makes sense. You know, when it's starters and all that in the game. Right now, they just giving it to me the way they want to. You know, not even being nice about it right now. You know what? I'm gonna just call the timeout. Maybe I'll call the turnover. Oh yeah, they just gonna nail it now. So yeah, that's gonna do it, guy. Yeah. Shazier's contract is up. You know, this is his 4th year, but again, man, is he going to play football again? Who knows? You know, I lean towards probably not. Just being honest about it. Look at this. Look, oh, they faking? They faking? All Madden. Man, this game is hilarious, dude. This is the funniest thing I've ever seen. But watch, I'm telling y'all, it's gonna be a totally different ball game come when I get into the regular season. Like I said, last year I went 13-3. This is the exact same thing happened in preseason. But yeah, you know, Ryan Shazier's football days is probably over. You know, very possible.
7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field.
Yeah, so we'll take a look, man, and see what we have, what kind of things we can get out of free agency. Because we're definitely going to need some backup players. And that's why I play preseason, man, just to see how guys are looking. You know?
Some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit.
And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted.
Dog.
Picked up by DJ Swearinger. And the return
Good luck.
a little bit shy of midfield.
When you have a quarterback that's not supposed to be accurate and you're playing all Madden, these are the things that happen. Again, I'm not mad at it. I just don't understand why the only time you can get some sense of things like this is when you up the difficulty and the game cheats you. Look at this, man. Come on. This dude has a step on him. This is why I threw it to him. Look at this. Now, let me explain what I'm saying again, guys, so y'all can clearly understand what I'm trying to say. I want this game to replicate football the best way possible. I feel like when you put it on all Madden, it shouldn't be these cheats that are happening. All Madden should be the highest strategy-based level. Meaning if you out-strategize the computer, call the right plays, you win. It shouldn't be forced things or forced difficulty or nerfing your ability. I don't understand that. The translation of difficulty has always been a problem. We all know. Even the devs have said it. The game is tuned on All Pro. But I play on All Madden because I do like the challenge and I like the aggressiveness by the computer. And I win games on All Madden. But especially in preseason, you start seeing things like this. Look at this. He's beat. I'm throwing this ball deep. Look. Now, I want you to pay attention to this now. Let's get on the ball. We're going to take it all the way back. Okay? So you can clearly see my thought process. Got this guy beat. This safety, you know, is hanging in the middle of the field. I got him. This man is running a streak down the seam. Now, the ball is wobbly, but still, I have him. So even if let's say, Dobbs is not accurate, let's see the ball fall short. Cool. But look what happens here. They decide to allow this dice roll to play out at this moment. Hold on, let me get on this guy. This is the dice roll that they give. Who is this? Moreau. Fabian Moreau, I believe that's who that is. This is the dice roll they're going to give him. Check him out. It's so bad they even have him turn right first. Look, watch it. Look at the twitch. There's the cheat. Where you going? And now they're going to roll him into the two-man animation. And they're going to make Jake McGee pop it up. And it's cute. Cute animation. But this is the things that they forced to happen on All Madden. And look at this. Look at how dumb this looks. Check this out. The ball goes up. So he decides, look, what are you doing? He gonna take his eyes off the ball. And then all of a sudden, oh, here it is. I gotta give him a round of applause for being silly. Oh, man. You got to cut it out. Gotta cut that. But that's it, guys. That's the ball game. Oops. We'll get up out of here. And I will be back, guys. I should be streaming tomorrow. Possibly. Again, like I said on Wednesdays, man, you know, I do some things in the evening now, so I may or may not. But if I do, it'll be later. I'll go ahead and let you know that it'll be later like it was tonight, probably 9:30-ish. And, yeah. That's it. The animation sequences don't do a good job replicating the positioning of the wide receiver once. Yeah, Smitty. All day. And what up, by the way, Smith? Yeah, man. Especially on all, man. It's insane. But like I was telling the guys earlier, man, I always experienced this in preseason. You know, I enjoyed the season that I played on All Madden, you know, with very slight slider adjustments. It looks like I still might have to go in and adjust pass rush a little bit. I don't know. We did decent in that game, so I don't know. I did. The pass rush still seems to be a little crazy. The quarterback still seems to get the ball a good amount of time. But however, we did get that guy off of his square quite often, so I might leave it where it is. But all right, let's get out of here, guys, and I'll show you quickly, you know, what statistics took place in that game as far as players, because that's really what I want to analyze, especially guys like off the ball and such, like, you know, and things like that, who's getting themselves in position, primarily on defense. Dangerfield had 5 tackles. L.J. Fort had 5 as well. Bud Dupree, 4. Bud Dupree also had a sack. And that's about it. So that's who showed off. So I keep an eye on little things like that. And won't you love it when this stuff really matters? When you can really say, oh, this guy is playing well. You know, I feel like in Madden, this kind of stuff is luck of the draw. You know, but you know what I'm saying. But all right, man, I appreciate y'all coming by. I'm going to go ahead and end the stream right here. And I'll catch you guys later, man. Again, I appreciate everybody who came by. Shout outs to Smooth for the donations, always coming through. And yeah, don't forget, if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Definitely hit that like button. Thumbs up. Go ahead and do that, man. Cut your notifications on. Go ahead and ring that bell so you know when videos are coming. And I promise, guys, it'll never hurt you to hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, as you see there, you know, down at the bottom, you can find me on all of those social networks, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, etc. And it's the same name, guys. SimFBallCritic. All right, catch y'all later. Y'all be good. Peace.